Hello and welcome to Mollie's Motif. This is Emily, and this week over at Fantabulous Cricut we have another challenge for you, and it's all about going places. We want to see you incorporate any sort of mode of transportation in your cards, your layouts, or your projects. And I have decided to make a birthday card for a younger boy, maybe 4, 5, or 6-year-old, and use a rocket ship. And I'm going to be pulling that image from the Just Because Cards cartridge. And I'll show you, it's on page 33 of the handbook, and this is the fun rocket ship that I cut out. And the sizing is a little bit different on this cartridge just because it is made for pre-made cards and matching envelopes and card layouts and that sort of thing. So I did cut my rocket ship out at 10. So I cut the layer 1 plus the shift for and that gives you the little fiery booster down at the bottom. And then your layer 2 gives you the windows, and shift layer 2 gives you kind of the body of the ship. And then layer 3 gives you just some highlighted pieces. But your base cut basically is layer 1, and I just cut that out of some blue, some fun blue. And I did emboss that portion of my rocket ship with the Paper Studio Tiny Stars embossing folder, and that's a really fun embossing folder, and I thought that would be kind of fun for the rocket ship because you're going into outer space. So here is my fun image that I've cut out, and this cartridge, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily use it for the card, the pre-made card and layout and envelope. Oh, there's a fly, yay. Just because the sizing is just kind of weird. But the images, there's lots of fun images on this cartridge. And lots of phrases and fun creative features. And they've got layers all set out for you. So it works really, really well. But I'm just not a huge fan of the pre-made card and layout and matching envelope. So there's a fun car, a rooster, there's a pickle, and the fun phrase is in a pickle. There's a wagon, I'm pulling for you. There's a little goodie jar and a corn stalk, fun chick, fun bike. There's a milk jug, and there's the rocket ship. There's a coffee pot and a little sheep, and it says thank you, the EWE. The pear and a fun dog, and it says doggone good. So just some fun images and play on words with the phrases. A fun pie. I really like this old pickup truck. I've used that before. So just, besides the pre-made card and layout, which I probably should just play around with a little bit more, I just like this cartridge for the different images. And I'll just kind of show you, when I was playing around with to do the card and the matching envelope, the pre-made, I started with the envelope, and I put in a 12 by 12 sheet in my Cricut and did set, cut area, and fit to page. And the largest envelope, the particular one that I chose, turned out really small. The biggest it would cut would be size 5. And I just think that's just way too small. I mean, you definitely can't fit an A2 size card, but if you cut the card on, the pre-made card that it goes with, this is your size 5 card. How small is that? So I'm just not a huge fan of that. But like I said, I probably just need to play around with it a little bit more to see if I can get it to work better. And that's why the sizing is a little bit different. That's why I had to cut my rocket at 10, which you would think is huge. But, and again, when I was playing around, here's a rocket cut at size 5, one at size 7, and this is the size 10. So, I mean, of course the size 5 is going to fit on your card that you make, but it's just too teeny. So that's not something that I would want to work with. Okay, so with that, I'll just kind of show you the card that I'm going to be putting together. It's just a standard A2 size, but it is going to be a portrait, or a tent style, I guess. And then the paper that I'm going to be using, I went to Big Lots the other day because I needed to get some more foam tape, and I went down the scrapbooking aisle, and they had all these basic gray 6x6 paper pads for $2. And so I think there were 4 different styles of paper pads, so I picked up one of each. You can't beat $2. So, but this paper pack, I really like it because it's more boy. It's got a lot of fun boy images and boy colors. There's green and orange. There's a bunch of bugs, reds. There's old cars and trains. There's polka dots and tools. I just really like this paper pack. So this is what I'm going to be using for my card. So I've got some graph paper. It's got some orange and blue and gray lines on it. I thought that was really fun, coordinating piece. And then here is that rocket ship paper that I'm going to be using. So I'll just go down here. And then here is my size 10 rocket ship. It just is crazy. Size 10 is huge. I never cut anything at size 10. So it just seems really odd. But yeah, that's my size 10 rocket ship. And then here's my sentiment. I just went ahead and used a Fisker's stamp set. It's just kind of an everyday stamp set. Everyday sayings, and there's It's Your Birthday. They have Happy Anniversary, and You're the Best, and Feel Better Soon. So there's some fun sayings on this one. But I've used the It's Your Birthday, and just put that together with kind of a shadow border. And I did use some of my Decorative Paper Studio scissors. This one's called Cloud. And so I just went ahead and went around the edges with my scissors. And I will be popping both of those up on some foam tape. And I just wanted to show you the foam tape that I use. Like I said, I get it from Big Lots. It's $1.50, and you get 16 feet of it, and it's awesome foam tape. I have never had any problems with it. It is super sticky, and I can't beat $1.50 for foam tape. So, yeah, I would recommend picking this up. So I'll be popping up these two images with the foam tape. And so I'll get this put together, and I will come back and show you what the inside looks. One other thing with this, just because card's cartridge, I did play around with cutting a shadow, because they do have shadows on here. But to me, it seems like they're super huge shadows. This is the shadow that is cut for size 10. And I think that's way too much of a shadow around my image. I mean, I wouldn't even, I could make it work on my card, but I don't necessarily want to make it work. Or else I could cut around to make it, but I was just like, that's just too much work. So I call it a jumbo shadow. And then I even cut a size smaller, just one size smaller, to see if that would work, but the proportions, they don't match up. So I didn't even bother with the shadow. I'm not sure how the other ones work on the other images. Because this is the first time I've played with the shadow, but it wasn't going to work for me. So, just another side note on the Just Because Cards cartridge. So yeah, I'll just get this put together, and then I'll come back and show you the inside. I printed off a sentiment from my computer, and use that for the inside. So I will be right back. Okay, so here is my finished card. Once I got it put together, I thought something was missing from the front, and so I went and found some orange buttons to add. And I thought that was kind of a nice little touch. And then the inside of my card, I just created another mat from some of that pattern paper from the Basic Gray bow ties stack. And it's the same paper that I used for the body of the rocket ship on the front. And so I just created a mat and then printed from my computer Have a Blast. And then used my Cloud decorative scissors to cut the shadow and the sentiment mat. So that's how the inside looks. So it reads, It's Your Birthday. Have a blast. I think it's really cute. I think it'll be fun to give to, 5 or 6 year olds. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I hope you're able to join us this week over at Fantabulous Cricut for the Going Places Challenge, and just to incorporate any sort of mode of transportation on your cards or projects. And you can visit my blog, mollymugsblog.blogspot.com, and we will catch you next time.